Hello, everyone. Paper Spock here. For reasons unknown, I've decided to object myself to this yet again. I just kind of want to beat it. I feel like I've got strategies going. So anyway, this is Paper Spock versus a series where I take on random little challenges that I feel like trying to do. And I don't know why I feel like trying to do this challenge exactly, other than I want to get all the garden gifts in UFO 50. And this is one that I haven't gotten just yet. I like the little confetti that appears. It's pretty cool. I'm glad I've discovered I can... tight spot I'm in. Okay. I have taken one hit. But anyway, one of the challenges I want to complete is beating UFO 50's garden gifts. I don't think I'm going to get a gold cartridge on every game. I just don't really like every game well enough for that. I like the entirety, the collection, the idea of the collection very well, but there's going to be games that not everyone enjoys, and this is one for me. But if I want to get the garden gifts, which for some reason I've decided I do, I need to just beat the final boss. That's all. And I killed my heel. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, okay. But I get down in this corner, and then I'm just safe. I mean, I've gotta go off and over, but I can't believe I discovered this strategy last time. It's not good for high scores at all. But it is really good for not taking damage, getting to the end of the stage. And there is no real benefit to engaging with the stage, because you can only get up to 2 hits. So you start out with 2 hits, take damage, you can get one of your hits back by stunning that pink cookie enemy. So I am possibly getting... maybe not, we'll see. There's... Yep. Oh, yep. For a moment there, I thought I could get out of it. Maybe I could have, but I didn't. So now, what do I do here? I just play this same intro over and over. Try not to take damage during the early parts, I sometimes do, and then I'm not thrilled with myself. But this first part, if I really am focusing very well, I shouldn't take any damage. It's not hard. These next portions are a little trickier. The maze towards the end, that is pretty tricky. No. Yeah, that's... I tried to move up in anticipation of the fact that one of those guys would come down so that I couldn't dodge. When I did take damage, I kind of froze. Just long enough for me to actually take the second amount of damage from the thing I was trying to avoid earlier. Like, I mistimed my things. I did something... If I had, like, waited a moment, not taken the first hit, then I could have moved out of the way for the second hit. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those, other than them just kind of being cool. Oh gosh. Okay, good. Oh, I hit both of the wall explodey thingies. Okay, yeah, you just go on through... Oh, cool. Ooh, yeah, I can... Oh! I thought I was dodging it, but it's bringing me forward in ways I didn't like. Wasn't trying to do. Eee. The chances I die in here? Much lower now that all those are gone, but... Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I got the heal. So I just stay out of the way of these two creatures. But the problem is, if you move back, you also keep moving forward. So if you try to move back to dodge something, then the game might just automatically move you forward into it. And that is what happened to me earlier. I don't like this cookie. Not one bit. He's a tough cookie. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to deal with this cannon because... Ooh! Yeah, I had to constantly hold back to make sure I didn't drift forward back into the path of that shot. It's kind of got this movement that feels a bit like Ninpeck, which is another game in this collection. What the heck was I doing there? Oh! I'm playing it a little more risky than I'd like myself to be playing. Okay. And now this boss, gotta stun it and then get shots in. Okay, I got some hits in. No, 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 no! Stop! Stop, please, stop, please, don't kill me, no. There's just so much, it's so overwhelming. That was a really good run-up to the boss. Because I got there with all the health I wanted to. So that's ideal. Like, maybe I can't remember if I took damage earlier in the stage and had to replenish it. I quite possibly did. I think I did. But I got to the boss with full health, that I could take 2 hits during it, but oh my gosh. Only being able to, damn it, take 2 hits during a boss encounter? That is brutal. Okay, I'm just gonna stay to the upper right until those 2 pass, because that's the safe course of action. I go through, down, over, down here. Oh no! They must have fired at me in a way I didn't realize. I think it was disguised by my own shots, or I take damage from my own shots, and I haven't realized until just now. I don't think that's the case, but I also... Can I touch those? No, I can't touch them, but I also don't take damage. That's nice. But anyway, I am automatically moving forward as I scroll, but I also can press left and right to change my movement. And that does lead to a little bit of confusion at times, so I'm going to try the thing I saw in the tutorial. By tutorial, I mean the attract screen, the screen that plays when the game is booted up, but you haven't chosen to play a game yet. Okay, good. Ooh. Gonna take you, gonna go underneath. You're gonna explode, I'm gonna move over, I'm gonna start having to deal with these guys. Okay, I took 2 of them out at once, that's fantastic. Okay, I really didn't do too bad there. Yeah, I think I was fine before, in terms of health. Okay, gonna get down to my hidey area. Oh. Oh, that's good to note. That is good to note. That early on, the cookie can kind of dodge into you there. Oh. If I move... Is that a regular pattern where it dips down? Or if I get too far to the left, does that trigger some sort of ability for it to do that? Okay, let's... I like that little trick of photographing the donut in order to get some bonus points. Even though I'm not going for points. Honestly, that probably means I should... Yeah, that makes it harder if you photograph the donut, because you end up spending your time going for the little... I don't know what they are. They're little white... not white. They're multicolored bubbles. But when you end up going for the little multicolored bubbles, you don't take care of the turrets. You don't have time to. Come on, okay. Alright. Okay, I didn't want to shoot that, but that's fine. No, I forgot those enemies. Excuse me. He's staying all the way in far right corner. I'm gonna keep firing. Kind of watching how it goes up and down. Ah, it does go down there. Pretty low. Aha, okay. So maybe I make it through this maze, maybe I don't. Ooh, gosh, yeah. Yeah. I got into a situation, there was too much going on in that one corner I was in all at once. It's just mean for them to start you out at 0 lives, but I've talked about this before. I know I've talked about this before. It's not like it would be very meaningful if you started with more lives because there are no mid-level checkpoints. So it would only really matter for lives if I was going for the gold trophy for beating the game, the gold cartridge. Aha! That is a fun little thing to do. Okay, there... I didn't exactly see where that second one spawned in. I don't think I need to see where that second one spawned in, but it's interesting that I didn't. At least it is to me. Okay... You know, I really appreciate... You know, because this game has a charge shot ability. So that's the motivation for what I'm going to say next. This game has a charge shot ability. And my favorite game in terms of its charge shot abilities and how they work is... My favorite game in that regards is... What? Huh? What hit me? Okay. I don't know what hit me there. I really don't. Maybe the game just doesn't like me cheesing like that and decided to let it be known finally. Oh, I don't like that spread. The cheese isn't quite as set it and forget it as I'd like for it to be, but I definitely think it's better than what I was doing. In terms of my ability to beat this. Again, I just want to beat the final boss. If I was trying to do something more than beat the final boss, then probably it would make a good amount of sense for me to actually try to shoot as many of those beans as possible for more high score, because score nets you lives. There's only so many things I can say when I'm playing this. That's not true, there's infinite things I can say. But at some point, it just gets weird. Like, I could start talking about, things I don't understand in the stock market. I mean, things I shouldn't say I don't fully understand, but, like, I'm not a stockbroker. I have no claim to be an expert here. Oh, maybe that's what did it. Maybe I was later in the level than I thought. Okay. But, like, shorting things, yeah. So shorting things is when you're betting against them in the market. You either already know this, and you're like, this is a very simple explanation, or you don't know this, and so, no, classic blunder. Don't care. So maybe I don't talk about shorting the market. It's basically betting the market's going to be bad by doing some very funny stuff with, like, instead of, oh, I'm going to borrow money, I'm going to borrow stocks. And then I'm going to Can't remember if it's you're borrowing stocks or people are lending stocks to you. And then, if they go down in price, then you make money. So what you do is after you borrow... That's right. After you borrow them, you sell them. And then you're like, if the price goes down, then I can buy them back for cheaper. Yeah, that's how that works. So it's kind of like, imagine if you're at the... Imagine if you have some candy. Oh, I'm getting in crazy positions here. But imagine... No, you don't have candy. There's some candy you don't like. But you think, oh, that candy is... That candy's more popular than it should be. So what you do is you go up to someone and say, hey, I'd like to borrow some candy from you. Oh, I've gotten out of position here. Hey, I'd like to borrow some candy. And they're like, okay, you want to borrow candy? That's a little weird. But what if... Why should I lend you candy? You're gonna eat the candy. That's no good for me. And you're like, no, 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 no. I'll give you the candy back. I promise. I promise I'll give you the candy back. And they're like, well, what's in it for me? And you're like, okay, maybe I'll give you some extra candy in addition. They're like, okay, fine. I'll give you 100 candies. And then in a few days, what'll happen is you'll give me 110 maybe. I don't know what the actual rates are. I don't know if 10% is how these things work at. I assume they do some kind of interest type system, but I don't even know that for sure. I'm just kind of basing this off how I believe money lending to work. Oh, look at that. Look at the right edge of this platform. It is sharp. It's like... It's different. It's different than this side. I'm not sure if I'm making myself very clear here, but it's like they got a part of the wrong tile in a spot. They put a tile that's supposed to be the center of something, where you're supposed to have a tile that's the edge of something. So look up there as well. Maybe it's not an error. Okay, good. I get a heal. I need to book it to the bottom right corner. Okay, I'm gonna give myself a little headroom. Oh, you evil cookie. Not totally sure that tile was out of place, though. It might just be a special I saw it coming this time. Saw it coming and I did nothing. Now I'm in nested conversations now. So I have the conversation floating in the air about shorting the market and how I understand that to work in a way that's either probably boring to people, like I said earlier. This is going to be boring to people who don't understand it and didn't want to understand it, or it's going to be boring to people who do understand it because they already know it. So I'm teaching them a thing and I may be getting it wrong. Probably better, though, than I'm getting it wrong. Okay, take that. Okay, very good. Oh! Okay. Why did it just jump up and down there? I would love for it to always do that, because that was such a nice thing for it to do to me. So I'm thinking the tile map, there's like border tiles that they would use, and then there's like non-border central tiles, but maybe there was a non-border central tile that was just used for some kind of accentuation. They didn't create a border version of it. So maybe that's what was going on. I'll try to point it out again when I come across it one of these times. So back to... I guess I'm going to commit to keep talking about my weird little analogy of, okay, I have a candy that I start out with a candy that I think is going to, like, do poorly. Like, it's going to be very cheap soon. So maybe what this is... Okay, I've got a new spin on it. So, Easter candy. It's the week before Easter, and I know that I'm going to be able to buy Easter candy on the cheap. So I say, hey, will you lend me some Easter candy? I'll give you extra Easter candy in exchange. In like a week or so. And, am I going to get down here? I don't think I am. Oh, yes, I managed it. I want to watch out for the yellow guy this time a bit better. But, so I know Easter candy prices are going to be low. I get 100 pieces of Easter candy from you. Tell you, I'll give you 110 back. I still took damage there. Unfortunately. Ooh. Trying to dodge in, let things go off, dodge back out, and then dodge in a different way. But that was not the play there. So, anyway, I get 100 pieces of Easter candy from you, and then instead of eating the Easter candy, I sell the Easter candy for the current price. So maybe it's like $1. Maybe it's Cadbury eggs, and I've managed to find somewhere where they're $1. Just for easy math, and for things that would maybe be roughly that much. So I sell it, I get $100. And then I have to give you 110 back, so that's a problem. Because if I were to do it right now, I would have to buy $110 worth of Cadbury eggs to get you 110 to give you, so that's no good. But if I wait until after Easter, and I get that sale, or Easter candy is really cheap. So it's like let's say it's I'm gonna have trouble doing the math in any case while I do this, but I'm gonna go with it being, let's just say it's 10% off to make things a little easier for ourselves. So let's say 10% off. Is that enough to get me the margins I need for this example to work? We'll go with it. So 110. Damn. I almost dodged that successfully this time. But 110. Come on. Okay, I want to just hang here for a while to give myself some more space. But 110 times 0.9 is going to be 90 plus 9, I believe. Because 10% of the 100 is 90, then another 10%, the 10% off is 9. So, technically I think I make money here. It's very funny, but I think I technically make money. Oh, well, I died right away there. So what happens is I wait till the candy sales, and I buy the 110 candies for probably $99. I'm ignoring sales tax and such here, by the way, for this example, and I have no clue how taxing works when you're doing, when you're shorting stocks. I have no clue whatsoever. But what ends up happening is, so I make $1 out of doing this thing. Now, probably, if it only gets to be 90% off, this isn't a very good deal for me. Probably kind of risky. So, you want more than 10% off on your candy, most likely, if you were to try to actually do this in real life, but I don't know who on earth would lend you candy. In a concrete sort of way. There's probably some sort of candy market where this sort of thing would work out. But in terms of it being like an actual thing you did with real candy with someone, no. I don't think you'd find someone who would take you up on this. So, I mean, also they would almost certainly know about the Easter candy being cheaper type deal. Did I take damage earlier? I think I took damage earlier. I know my ship looks a little different, but I can never quite remember how. So this time, we are going to just hug the bottom right entirely, because I feel like I did that before without issue. And hopefully we dodge the bullet that way, the yellow bullet. Oh, we do, okay. That's good. But if for some reason I knew I could find an even better discount, then I could make more money. Now, there's lots of things. I'm assuming I'm going to be able to buy the candy. Ah, heck. I'm assuming I'm going to be able to sell the candy, I should say, that someone lends me. I'm assuming that. So this whole thing kind of depends on being able to do that. And then also, I'm assuming I'm going to be able to do some other stuff. So, oh geez. One moment, please. Alright, thanks for giving me a moment there. Just had something briefly come up. And we're going to go ahead and think about ways I can talk more interestingly while I'm doing something kind of mindless and repetitious like this, because I've talked the level design to... I do think... See this wall I'm pushing up against? Yeah, I do think that could end up being an error. And I mean, the great thing about this game is they can take an error like that and be like, yeah, that's what the designers of the game did, because in-universe, the designers were rushed for some reason. Or the designers of the game... It wasn't me, the actual dev, that made a mistake. It was the designer, the fictional designer of the game. And I don't mean that in a mean way. Like, a mistake like that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, so that's fine. I don't care if they do that, but it is something pretty convenient they can actually end up doing. That cookie... I'm curious about that cookie. In terms of its sprite and the variety of colors on it, here's the funny thing. I kind of want to take damage, see if I have 1 health, because I don't know how much health I have. But it would be very silly to take damage, find out if I can take damage. I've just kind of got to play in the game and hope I have the ability to take damage. Okay, cool. Alright, we're on our boss. Okay. Okay, get over here. Damn, okay, I did have a... Okay, I can... No! I'm... Okay, I'm gonna intentionally take damage right away to try to pay a bit better attention. I heard the sprite changes. Okay, it's deeper blue. I mean, it goes from kind of a very purple to a very slightly purple sort of blue. Like, it's more blue than purple, but if I looked at that, there's a chance I would say purple. Someone put a gun to my head. It's not quite as distinct as I would like it to be, is what I'm trying to get at. So, what other games might I do this with? That's a reasonable thing I could talk about. I'm doing too much meta discussion at this point. I'm like, what else could I talk about? I'm talking about talking. I should just talk. So let's see if I can follow my advice. I'm very interested in seeing if there's other games I end up liking doing this with, because honestly, this has inspired me to do something that I might not have done. Like, I had intentions to do it, but I wasn't very keen on actually doing this challenge. But this idea of making a video out of the struggle made it a little more appealing to do than it otherwise would be. Okay, I don't have a heal anymore. That's fine. We get down over, hug the wall, hug the corner. Get up and over. Okay. Huh. Oh, I think... Okay, so the question is, why did I die there? Because there was a corner where I don't know projectiles to appear, and I managed to go and wait right there in that corner. And the cookie was not close enough to have hit me. I don't think I was firing off shots. I could have been, but I don't think that's the case. But I slid down into that gap. But I think that maybe what happened is the game has a rule for if you're in too small of a gap, you die. It's kind of the wall crunching logic. It's like if I hung down over here and there was a wall over to my right, then I should eventually... Like here. Here, let's do it. Let's show off the... Well, let's kill these guys off so they don't get in the way. But if I'm right here, yeah, I die. I get crunched. That's so sad. However, that makes sense. Like, it makes sense the wall's scrolling would get crunched. However, I think that for some reason, I was pressing forward and down. So as soon as a gap appeared, I began to slide forward and down into that gap, because I was, like, on an edge, and, like, you see. I could maybe recreate it there if I managed to dodge around the enemies. Ooh, okay, good. We got through that. Okay, we're at the end of this part, but I think that's a little bit of a glitch. I don't think it's like a world-ending, game-breaking glitch. Because you can just learn that, okay, you can't do that, it'll kill you. Like, it's not what you expect the intended behavior to be, but it does seem to be predictable enough. So let's just go on here. No, no, no. Okay, dodge through those. I think I still have health left. Okay, but I have... Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it! Okay, so I'm going to try to... I'm going to try to replicate it, because I only have one hit left. So I'm moving down and to the right. Yes! So I started to slide down into that gap. I successfully managed to slide down into that gap. But the game was like, oh, the player's in the gap too narrow for it, so the player dies. Okay. I am finding... Maybe that's... Could that be intended behavior? I wouldn't want it to be intended behavior if I was making a game. If I discovered that, I would, like, try to patch it out. But as we've said, there's also the meta-narrative of the fictional programmers of the game, so... It seems fairly reasonable that they might not notice it or might leave it in. I'm not too mad at being in here. I mean, I'm not mad at all. Just, do I think it's good? but I think it's a smart way of doing things. And, obviously, if they didn't notice it, the developers, that's a little disappointing, but understandable. Also, it's something that I'm only really discovering because I'm cheesing, so it does kind of feel like a little bit of a karmic punishment for trying to avoid engaging with parts of the game. Okay. So we're just going to stay in the bottom corner. We're not going to move down until we have a clear path to move down. Okay, we can move down now. We're going to run to a wall here and have to move up. We do that. We wait until we have clear space to move down. We stay here, the yellow thing moves over our head, we're free. We make the turret fall. Oh, I was focusing on the one yellow blob, and I didn't see the other. This just gets so tricky. There's multiple things moving from multiple directions at me. Okay, let's shoot through this in time. Very good. Okay, yeah, I wasn't mentally prepared to enter. Okay. Watch out. See what we can do against this boss. Come on, recharge me. Something recharge me. Dang it. Dang it. Alright. Off we go. I think I called those pointless before. Oh well. So... heck. Okay, I want full health. I mean, I could have maybe gotten full health back, but I don't want to waste my time if I didn't. I suppose that I could try to figure out the probability that would happen to me again. And use it to inform what I did. Because if it's very likely that I was going to get hit, then it was worth it to restart. If it wasn't very likely, then it was probably waiting for the heal. I mean, it's not just that I'm... Okay, I've got to consider more than my likelihood of getting hit. Consider my likelihood of not getting hit and getting my health back up to where it was. Those are both important considerations in terms of trying to do that sort of calculation. Okay, just move up here for a bit. I'm fascinated, though. Oh, I need to get out of here. So I'm gonna get crushed in a way that's, like, actually fair. I mean, it's not like the game feels horribly unfair because of this weird crushing behavior, but it doesn't feel ideal. Okay. My... Hands up against the wall. Oh, good. Move up. Let these little weird missile creatures over. Now we hang out here. And... I feel like I'm making good progress on figuring out the boss. I wish I could figure out why it locked in that position the first time, because it's very difficult to dodge everything. And if I understood how to get in that one pattern it landed into that one time, I would be in pretty good shape. Okay. Alright. There we go. I think I'm in pretty good shape here. I think I do look purple. I think I have a hit in me. Okay. Okay, I got silent there because I felt like I was in kind of a groove. And that didn't quite go how I wanted it to, but I don't feel super disappointed in how it went. As I stayed alive for really long compared to how long I usually stay alive, and I got in some good hits. And I think I figured out a possible strategy of waiting in the bottom left corner, letting it jump over me one way, letting it jump over me the other, and kind of trying to cope with it over there. I worry about what happens if one of those green sorts of rays or blobs ends up making it my way. That's not a situation I want to be dealing with. But, that felt better. Like, that felt like it was working. I just don't understand if it felt like it was working because I got luckier, because it's actually the real way you want to do things. So let's go under. Let's go through here. And yeah, very well. We dodge around. And by the way, if you're watching this right now, thank you for watching. No. Oh, that little green guy can just float off into the atmosphere over there. That's kind of funny. All things considered, though, this is pretty easy. This is a pretty easy way to avoid having to deal with the annoying things in this level. There we go. Tried that before, and that did cause problems when I tried it before. Oh boy. Okay, let's let those pass. No, I'm not unhappy with this run. I think I'm at full health. The thing is, trying to figure out the moment I can... Okay. Yikes. Damn it. That was my best run yet, I think, in terms of health. I think I stayed alive for longer the other run. But I do feel like I'm beginning to get into more of a mindset for beating this boss. I really wish this weren't so tedious. I wish I could just fight the boss over and over. Oh. I wonder if there's any caramel codes for practice. Because I'd like to fight that boss over and over until I understood it, and then I could easily... I shouldn't necessarily say easily, but I wouldn't feel quite as much pressure because I'd have a lot more experience. Oh no, okay. This isn't the end of the world. I mean, none of this is the end of the world. This is just a silly little annoying game, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. This isn't the end of the run. I can recover from this pretty reasonably. One shot here, one shot here. I'm home free. Okay. What I meant is that isn't that hard of a thing to pull off to get that heal if I'm consciously thinking about it. If I'm not, it's a lot more dicey. It's interesting how the cookie is shooting downward. Let's look at the direction the cookie tries to shoot when I'm not in front of it. It doesn't shoot at me, but it does kind of shoot, like, in the direction it would shoot if I was over right in front of it. No, I didn't see that one spawn in. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Ugh. I hate those yellow blobs. I hate them so much. Okay. There we go. No! Down to 3 health. I only had 1 health myself. I mean, this boss definitely feels really chaotic and really difficult, but... I mean... I know there's other people who know the genre a lot better who would laugh at me saying that. I know that. I understand that. That's fine. But... I don't know that I will beat this game this session. But this is the first session that I've really had a moment where I'm like, I could beat this game this session. That could happen. So that's exciting. That's really quite exciting. Because if that had gone better, I easily could have won. If I had 1 more health, I could have gotten through. I just needed a few more hits. Now, I could have just freaked out and not gotten it. That's very possible. That's something that would be kind of like me to do in this sort of situation in a game. No! Okay. Okay, I can still heal. I just need to not accidentally kill the... There we go. Okay. You go up. Missile 1, Missile 2, get down to the corner. Let the cookie shoot. Maybe it just picks a place right... Maybe it just assumes that I'm as close as I could be as possible when it shoots, and then takes my vertical position. Damn it! Damn it! That was so unnecessary. A big difficulty in these games is getting sloppy. Because when you're not as focused in, you get a little sloppy. And that's important if you want to try to do the best you can. Because the sloppy moments, they're so frustrating. You just kind of get into a mindset of, hey, I know what I'm doing. I don't need to actually super think about this, and then it gets you. That's hubris. It's hubris killing you. And do you the old-fashioned way. Bring that. Oh! Oh, interesting. I don't know what I took a photo of to give me the little blobs. But apparently you can get blobs there. And I like that. I like blobs. Okay, disperse with you. Ooh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I kind of thought that was going to happen. Oh, good. I was worried I was going to kill off the heal with my charge shot. Okay, get up right away, stay to the right. Down. I do like how the ground has cheeseburgers in it. That's kind of a funny little visual, and the ground's made of cheese. It's like a mixture of sweets and other foods. It's mostly sweets, but it's not exclusively sweets. Oh yikes, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, I hate this. I don't like the path. I think I usually take the upper path. Why did I take the lower path? Okay, good, 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 good. Well, I think I can win with 1 health. I think I'm a lot less likely to, but I think I can win with 1 health. Come on. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, I saw both those heading in, like, for some reason my brain didn't do what it should have, and was like, okay, we need to get in the center to dodge them. The center is where they were centering in on. I guess one by itself would make me dodge to the left, the other would make me dodge to the right, and my brain equaled those two out and did neither. Or tried to get right in the middle. Wasn't the play. Still. I feel like I'm a serious threat to the boss, finally, once I manage to get to the boss. Hooray. Now, it's interesting because the game has 2 things you can charge in it. The first thing you can charge is the camera. The camera seems to really be the big focus of the game, but you also can charge up your shot to do the multi-pronged attack, where you're shooting little discs all over. Oh no, 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 you're not gonna get me this easy. Okay, there you go. And I get a heal on top of it, even though I didn't need it. I was a little too gung-ho to slide down. I think I could have maybe accidentally killed myself there. With the little glitch I discovered. So we're just waiting for this cookie. And a little thing's gonna fly over our head, and we're going to move in to try to take it. We're gonna photograph that to get it out of the way. Shoot that. That's good. Dodge around. Dodge over this way. We avoid that. We want to move up, but probably it's safer staying low there. Here? I didn't need to do that. That was a bit reckless of me. However, we're already at the boss. Hopefully, I can do something cool here. Okay, that's not good. Oh, heck. Heck. No! Oh my gosh, I got it down to 1 health, though. Got it down to 1 health. I can't believe I got it down to 1 health, finally. I'm curious how long I've been recording. Oh, almost an hour. This is very tempting for me to just keep going till I win, because I feel like it's close. It's kind of embarrassing how long this has taken. Like, it's going to be over 3 hours. Regardless of how this pans out. But, you know, that's fine. As I've said, this isn't a genre I love. Or one I have much experience with, so it's fine that it would take me a bit longer. Not at all what I wanted there, but I think it worked out, yeah. Oh. Okay. Alright, we don't need that, but I wish you could get extra health. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 tiles in between in that second portion. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then about 8. And now I'm on the upper path, which I haven't done recently, but I've felt is probably the safer path overall. Like, I don't feel moving paths is very safe, but, as long as this area, the tricky part is the yellow blobs get you. But it's not really that bad of a path other than that. Okay. I want to charge up my shot, try to fire it at the egg. No! Okay. No! Oh my gosh. Literally, if I had just dodged a little differently at the end there, I would have been fine. I would have been home free, I would have been safe, I would have been A-okay. So now, what are we doing? Last round, I counted out the little cheese tiles, or what I'm calling cheese. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. But I think cheese works well enough to call it. So here we go, up and around. And... We'll just let those two pass. Yeah, I decided to... Ooh, I made that one crash into the other. A cool interaction that I'm sure I've seen before, but didn't remember seeing before. No! Okay. That was me getting a little sloppy again. My first stream of this, I talked about how I was getting too cute. This stream, I talk about getting sloppy. Thank goodness that didn't kill the enemy that I needed to stay alive. Get the health from. Okay. Down and over. And we're just kind of chilling here. And I feel like cute and sloppy are kind of like twins. When you're new to the game, you try things you shouldn't, you get cute. When you've been playing a game for a while, you pay attention to things you shouldn't, or you don't pay attention to things you should. And that is when you get sloppy. Yikes. That almost went very horribly. I think I'm gonna get one more good attempt here. No! That also felt good in terms of feeling promising. How far past an hour have I really gone? Just like 2 minutes, okay. I can talk myself into doing 1 or 2 more runs. I wonder what a pacifist run of this looks like. There's some things you obviously have to, like, fire at to get through. Like the little bubbles, but it's probably a surprising amount you could not kill. Not that I would be cut out for doing that ever, but, you know, just a little intellectual curiosity. Okay. So, trying to stay mostly focused here. Getting up in this corner, not doing anything I don't have to do. Get right over. Fire that shot. Get through here, fire at that. Oh, okay. That wasn't ideal, but it worked. I wanted to stay... I was gonna say, here I'm gonna stay low. And then staying low is what killed me. It's just... I feel like I play that a lot looser and rougher than I should. I don't feel like I have a good strategy for it. Oh, fuck. Sorry. I'm trying not to... I don't know why I've been trying not to swear, but I'm trying not to swear. So... you got a genuine oh fuck out of me there. Oh, yikes. Definitely getting rid of these turrets is preferable to what I did here. I mean, yeah, I probably end up being subject to more shots that way. I wonder if I timed it to land on one of those creatures, how that would work, the sort of missile creatures. Ooh, yeah. You know, I've done that a lot worse. That was pretty good, pretty handy on my part. I say, like, feel a little silly being like, oh yeah, I'm doing good here. I'm doing good here for me. I'm not doing good here, like, absolutely. It's like, I know, yeah, many people would do a lot better than I'm doing here. But I'm happy with the progress I've managed to make. Do I wish it had happened faster? Yes, obviously. That would have been awesome to already be, you know, done with this. But I celebrate my victories where I can. Okay. We're gonna... didn't quite work out how I hoped. Well, how I had imagined. I think it worked out how I hoped, because I took no damage, and ultimately, what do I hope? I hope to get through this without taking damage. Okay, there we go. We just need to get over here. Oh, that was like frame perfect. I'm exaggerating, I'm sure that wasn't frame perfect, but you know, it was pretty good. Good. Wasn't sure if I was gonna hit it. Damn it! Okay... No! The same pattern of those two green blobs shooting in at me. Two green rings. They got a hole in the middle, so they're a ring. I'm just a little stubborn about ending right now because this feels insight. Oh, that was a risky dodge. That's not a dodge I would like, you know, try to intentionally plan to do. But I found myself in that spot because I hadn't planned things out too well this time. And I did it well. I executed well in terms of dodging. Maybe I just got lucky. Or maybe a little both. Maybe it doesn't have to be either, oh, it's all luck, or oh, I'm an expert. Maybe it can be a little both. Maybe that's a better way of thinking about things here. Oh gosh, that was... Yikes. Yikes! Sound like a cartoon character here when I say that. Okay, good. Get down. If I would have slipped into the kill gap, I would have been so sad. Oh my gosh. I'm sure I would have eventually learned the pattern of this cookie. I'm sure I would have if I'd kept at it. But I'm so glad that I have this other method. Because... oh, that would have added time. It would have taken me longer. Okay. That wasn't quite what I was trying to do, but that's fine. Okay, get right in here to make those spawn. I'm home free. No, I'm not home free. What was that? Was that like something that spawned way low on the screen? Dang it! Okay. Drat. If I start doing worse, because that was worse. If I was having a couple of attempts where I was doing better and better, but if I start doing worse, I probably should put the game down for a while. And try this some other day. As much as I want to just kind of power through this, keep going. See what I can manage to do. Oh, I absolutely can go up there if I want to die in a very unique way. I don't know if I should say very unique, but you know. Not the way I'm usually dying. Like, it feels like it could lead to a secret, even though I know it doesn't. Haha. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. I probably would have been better off just taking the hit. Alright. Yeah, that's a good little set of damage I just did there. Oh, we don't want to collect those. Those, though. Damn. That's early enough, I probably want to restart. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna... I like how you get extra points that way. Am I going for score this time? Yeah, a little bit I am. I'm like, you know what? I haven't done it in a while. I haven't gone for score. So, I'm doing a little more scory type. No, no, I'm not. I really, really wanted to be serious about going for score. Damn it. Oh, damn. Oh. I want to see the boss one more time. But if I see the boss one more time, maybe I'll do really well. When I do really well, I'll tell myself, hey, I did so well, I should try it again. And then I'll get caught in this loop. So maybe I should put this down after this run. Maybe. The thing is, to get the good score, I should probably be shooting the beams in the Moon Cookie segment, and I don't want to have to dodge in the Moon Cookie segment because historically that has been a very bad segment for me. So, I probably do not chase high score. Ha! I love how that happened. It was a fun little interaction. At times I'm playing on the right side of the screen, by which I mean I'm over here on the right, not really focusing on what's on my left. That could have been that single-minded focus. Okay, yeah, no heals, but that's fine. I haven't taken damage. Is it a moon cookie, or is it just a cookie with a mouth that I'm calling a moon cookie? I think it's just a cookie with a mouth. We got red beans, we got green beans. Do we have other colored beans? I don't think so. We have those yellow... Those horrible yellow blobs. Those aren't beans, though. Okay. Trying to get through this before I go off screen. Okay. They can't fire sideways, so if I'm this low, I'm safe. I'm gonna move up a little, though. Why? Why? Gosh dang it. I really feel like I'm close. But I think I better stop. Thank you all for watching. I really expect next time I'll manage to get a win, because I came so close today, and I think taking a little break will help me. I hope you have good rest of your days, and I'll see you later.